All right, welcome everyone. We are so excited to have you today at our CBD 101. My mirror, one of my moons jumped off my wall about 20 minutes ago and I forgot and now I remembered. So I'm just pointing out the elephant in the room. We'll get we'll get that taken care of, just like other things in the house, right? My name is Lindsey Gray. You guys, I have been with Green Compass and loving Green Compass and using Green Compass for 2.5 years. It has been something that has changed so many aspects of my life in the form of supporting the changes I've been wanting to make, supporting the changes I've been wanting to make in my focus and my intention and my heart and the way my body feels and the person that I'm becoming, the way that I share and help with other people or help other people and support them in their journey. And it's been a blessing so much to my family in ways that have internally helped for helping me become the mother that I was before the single motherhood took me and shook me up and made me a little frazzled, right? Helping me get back to her, helping me in ways of connection. And there's so many emotional things and big things it's done inside of my life, from the, financial aspect to the feeling of it. And I think overall tonight, what I'm hoping to give to you guys is the energy that it's given across to so many, and that you can feel a little bit of that, because where I stand right now, I feel like Green Compass is a blessing to so many humans that just need help to pause and help to feel good and then be able to share that with others. I feel like we're in this space in our human world where we're finally here sharing the things that we love and that feel good, and we really want to see other people benefit from them. And this community and this company just stands for that so much. So I'm not going to go into my story much further than that. I'm going to pull the slides up. We have Amy with us today. She's going to share her story, and it's very powerful, and you guys will love that. We hope that you leave informed. If you have questions, we hope that you ask. And at the end of the day, if you can make a solid, educated decision for yourself, no matter what that is, then we've done our job here. So we're super excited to share with you. All right, so here we go. The truth about hemp and the opportunity ahead. So once again, my name is Lindsey Gray. We have Amy joining us as well. Amy, did you want to say anything before I dive in, or just wait for that testimonial that you're going to bring up?
No, you can go right ahead, other than I'll say, I love what you said about it supports what we're all looking for and how we want to truly help people. We were in the same space, 10 years ago together, and then we ended up here. And I know it's a God thing, and it really is transformative for not only us, but helping other people, because now we can help from, internal health, which is really the best way to help people. And I just love the fact that CBD Green Compass is such a good company to really help people with all types of healths, and it's changed my life too. So other than that, I'll let you go ahead and continue, and then I'll hop in when you give me the green light.
All right, awesome. I love that. All right, so let's just have a little discussion about hemp. I know there's a lot that's going on in the world of hemp right now. We've had the hemp bill, the farm bill was passed in 2019, allowing us to use this plant that truly is here for us to use to our benefit in the many ways that it can heal, in the many ways that it can support, the many ways that it can help us. There are some states, currently a couple, that are kind of going back and forth on what is okay and what is not as far as regulation. Please don't let that make you fearful of the opportunity that hemp in any way, shape, or form could help support you. There has to be some sort of regulation in some states, and that comes with full understanding, but there are only some things that are being said that it's not okay to have them in those states, and not all of it. And the reason not all of it is because it has been shown and it has been seen and it has been proven that hemp helps us in so many ways. So let's talk about a little bit of the history of it. So grown globally, it has been here for over 10,000 years. We use it for textiles, rope, medicine. People have been using hemp in many ways for many, many years. In the 1700s to the 1800s, it was a staple crop in the US. In 1937, hemp outlawed, I'm admitting someone in here, there we go, was outlawed under the Marijuana Tax Act. So some people's story, and of course, some of it's going to be opinion, some of it's going to be fact, was that greedy, and I don't love to use that word or project opinions, but greedy people took this away. So to speak, what that kind of means is that we live in a world where we people and different things, like, we want to leverage what we can do to benefit what we have to offer. And hemp, unfortunately, got overshadowed and pushed down for a market that wanted to be able to expand and quote unquote help people in the way they knew how. And with doing that, a lot of misconceptions and a lot of false opinions and things came to hemp, to THC, and really kind of put this dark cloud over it. So, what we've been doing is really trying to help to break that stigma. Hemp is different than marijuana. We're going to jump into that and kind of what that is. It was classified as a Schedule 1 drug in 1970, and then in 2018 people fought for everyone to see the ability of this plant to be something that was medicinal, that was helpful, that was controlled, that was regulated, and that could help people without using just the use of pharmaceutical drugs, or people who don't want to use those just going through life feeling a way they didn't have to feel anymore. So the hemp was legalized through the Farm Bill, which brought us into our birth year in 2019, where Green Compass came in. So let's talk a little bit about what is hemp and what is CBD, because it's different and people get it very confused, especially in a world where THC and anything like that has kind of been a little bit more taboo. It's been really hard to kind of understand, like, is that a drug? Are you having a psychoactive effect from that? Do you use this for partying, or is this for, what is this for? What are you doing? And we get a lot of those questions. I got a lot more of them a few years ago, less of them now because I think people are finally starting to understand. But hemp is very different than the cannabis plant. So the hemp plant is actually the female. So one's the female, one's the male. I don't know which one. We're going to go with female just because that's what I think it is. Hemp is the female part, or hemp or plant. So it's the female version, cannabis is the male. They are actually two separate plants. Hemp is majority CBD, which is what comes in and helps in our endocannabinoid system. We all have an endocannabinoid system. We have receptors in our bodies. Our body naturally makes cannabinoids. There's cannabinoids in our breast milk. We are meant to heal through the use and feel better through the use of having our endocannabinoid system intact and full and rich. So hemp is full of cannabinoids and CBD, and less THC, little to none of the THC. Cannabis plant is high amounts and traces of THC with little to no CBD. Okay, so hemp is the cannabis plant, but with less than 0.3% THC. They're both cannabis plants, but they're different. It's kind of hard to understand that, but I think that's basically how you look at it, is that they look the same, but they are completely different with how they are, with what they contain. So CBD is actually a non-intoxicating compound from the hemp plant. The hemp plant has many different cannabinoids. There's CBD, there's CBG, there's CBDA, which is CBD before it's warmed down to CBD. So that's even more powerful. There is CBN. There are so many different ones. THC is a cannabinoid. THC in high levels, people use it for recreation. We all know that. And that's part of what gave hemp its stigma altogether. But THC in low levels, where it doesn't affect you psychoactively, is actually a cannabinoid that when you combine more than one cannabinoid together, it produces an entourage effect in your body that really just helps to have everything feel like, man, this is how I'm supposed to feel in a day. Like, have you ever been driving down the road and you're exhausted and you're like, I am so tired and I am just like, I am exhausted every day
Mhm.
and I'm just having a hard time. And is this how I'm supposed to feel? Like, I remember growing up and hearing people be like, well, this is how you feel when you're older, and this is how it feels as a parent, and this is how you feel when you're 40. And I'm like, wait, but we don't have to do that. We can actually support ourselves in ways that we can say, I get to feel this way when I'm in my 40s. I get to feel this way as a parent. I get to feel this way as I'm aging. So CBD is legal in all 50 states. Some of the states I talked about before that you may be hearing some chatter about that are making it so that certain levels of THC are not allowed. CBD is still legal. You can use CBD. It's non-psychoactive. It is not marijuana. It does not get you high. Okay. The endocannabinoid system, what I just kind of talked about, everyone with a spine has an endocannabinoid system. Humans, animals, we all have them. It helps to regulate sleep, mood, pain, inflammation, hormones, and more. So basically, there's lots of analogies. Some people use a Christmas tree. I like to use a parking lot. If you think of a parking lot and it has, you drive in, you're trying to go into the grocery store, and every parking spot is full. That is an endocannabinoid system that has a full CBD, a full, like they're working on all cylinders. Everything's feeling good, right? A lot of times, if you were to look at someone's endocannabinoid system, if we could peek in with binoculars and see what it looks like, because of stress, because of our environment, because of food, because of lack of sleep, because of a whole lot of factors in our lives that we cannot avoid because we are in this human experience and it's just part of what comes with it. If you could peek in, you would see a parking lot that has empty spaces. With some, there might be a few. With others, it might be pretty much almost vacant. And so when that happens, the more spots that are missing, the less good this person will feel. And what CBD and CBG and all the cannabinoids do is they come into this endocannabinoid system and they find themselves a parking spot. So it's replacing what our body had, but it doesn't have anymore. And it's not synthetic, it's natural, it's a plant, it's CBD, it's a cannabinoid, which our body has cannabinoid receptors and our body has produces its own cannabinoids. So it's literally coming in and replacing all of that that went missing to help us feel like we're driving down the street singing to a song instead of thinking, I can't believe how tired I am again today. So CBD supports the endocannabinoid system to restore balance. How was Green Compass born in 2019, knowing all of this? You guys, CBD has been around for so long, and I'm going to tell you about a time when I was married to my ex, and I remember I had a headache one day, and he was like, well, take some CBD. And I got so mad at him because I was like, CBD is not going to take my headache away. And I was right. He wanted to believe in it, but he was treating it like a spot treatment. I say it like so specific spot because otherwise it sounds like spa from the way I say spot. So I have to really articulate that T there. But he was treating it that way. And I was like, this really isn't helping because CBD does help with pain. It does help with inflammation. But if you think about what I just was talking about with the parking lots, it comes in and it fills the spaces that it can. But with daily use and over time, the parking lot becomes full to where you won't have the migraines anymore, to where you don't have the joint pain anymore, to where you don't have the stress or the depression anymore, and it helps to fill in those spaces, but it does take time. So there are a lot of CBDs out there. And the reason I told you that story is because I've tried a lot of CBDs and I never found one that made a difference, that I took and that I felt a difference that day and even more a week later and even more 3 months later. I remember when I first took it, I was like, oh, okay, like I can sleep. I was waking up at 2 a.m. I was struggling to get to sleep, picking up my phone to put in to-dos for the next day. I could not shut my brain off. I was a single mom doing all of the things. I homeschool my kids. They'd get to bed. I'd cry. Sometime my son would end up with his arms around me. I'd feel so guilty because I'm supposed to have my arms around him and protecting him and holding him, but God knew exactly who I needed. And I was just struggling, right? So bad, and nothing could help. And I remember I took that CBD, and that night I slept. And I was floored. And I was like, that must be a coincidence. The amount of times people come and say, I took it and I did this, it did this, but I think it might be a coincidence. I'm like, okay, girl, you go try it again. Tell me how it goes. Because it's not. It's the way that we make it, and we're going to talk about it, the way that it is, the regulation, the heart and soul that goes into it. It truly is amazing. A week later, I felt even better. And 3 months later, my 8-year-old, now 8-year-old, then 6-year-old, came up to tell me something. And he started talking, and I was just staring at his face. I felt like I hadn't fully looked at his face and fully heard his voice in years. And I remember just saying, I have you always been this cute? And like making him giggle. And in that moment, he giggled and he ran off feeling good by his mom, giving him a compliment. And I cried because I was so grateful for that moment again. Because how many of those moments did I rush through and could I not be fully present for? So I will continue sharing this forever because it's given me such a quality back. This was founded by a mother, Meredith Cook. It was born out of her own struggle with postpartum depression. She could not find a safe, consistent, organic CBD option. She was taking CBD, it would work, but then she'd get another bottle of CBD, the same brand, and it wouldn't work like the one that she used before because this is a completely unregulated industry. And so she knew that she needed to make a difference. She saw an opportunity. She has an entrepreneur heart, and her husband partnered with sixth generation farmers in North Carolina who are sweet potato farmers, organic, 5-mile radius organic farms around their hemp that they were already starting to dabble in themselves because they too were curious about hemp and how it could help so many people. So what started for her family became a nationwide movement. I'm going to pause there. We're going to get more into why Green Compass is different than others, but I want to take a minute to hand it over to Amy so that she can share her testimony a little bit with you and all of that goodness. Amy?
Hello. Thank you all for joining us. I know it may be new for some people, or you may be here listening because you have used it in the past, or you're here as a regular user of Green Compass. Let me just say, I'm the least person that would ever have given CBD a chance. I came from the Beachbody body world, and a lot of us, did that, and so I was sort of stuck over there, which is fine. I still help people that way, but several people had gone to Green Compass, and every time someone would share about it, I would very much judge and really look at it as y'all are pushing people towards drugs, and how rude and obnoxious of you to do that. So my heart was definitely, I was never going to take a look at it. I thought I knew it all, and I didn't want to give it a chance. But let me tell you what happened. So I'll be 57 years old. I feel 25. I'm able to do really strong leg presses, and I can work out and lift weights, and I have the energy of a 25-year-old, and I didn't have that energy at 25, and I truly believe it's because of CBD. I know we all went through a really hard year, and when 2020 hit, right? And so everything changed. We all had mental health issues because we were all kind of shut down, and just the world shut down. And that's when I really truly believe things changed for me in a very dark way. And I was also perimenopause, premenopause, now menopausal, right? And kind of in denial about all of it, and very much feeling like I can handle it. I don't need any help. I'm all good. In 2022, my sister-in-law had a heart attack. She's 47 years old, And a week later, she had another massive heart attack and she did pass away. And that completely shut me down and made me get angry. In addition to having menopausal issues, I couldn't sleep, I couldn't rest, I couldn't handle stress. So, like, partner, couple all of that like it was compounding. And I was yelling at people, I was getting angry, and I'm a nice person. But when your endocannabinoid system and you I had no idea I even had one until I gave this a chance, right? And nor did I think I needed help. However, to be around me, you would be like, woman, you need some help. And so, I think we can all raise our hands and go, we're the strong one. People come to us for help. We have to act like we have it all together. And if we don't, well, then we're a lesser human and we got to act like we have it all together. But I truly believe that it takes a strong person to raise your hand and say, I need help. And that's what I did. And Annie Reed, if you know her, we love her. She was sharing about CBD and the different ways that it could help. And I truly believe God led me to see things that she was sharing. And she said, Amy, I want you to watch this video. And basically, it's about the endocannabinoid system and how CBD can truly help you and how it helped someone with their health, like a major health issue. She says, I want you to watch this. I share this very often when I share something on my social media. I put that video in the comment section and I say, this is what changed my heart and gave me opened a door so that I could take a closer look at CBD. So I did. And I truly know, God opened the door and said, look at this. I made this plant. I put this on the earth for people to use. It's something that I created. Give it a shot. Trust Annie, trust me. And so it took a lot for me to really lay my weapons down and my guard down to say I'm ready to use it. In October of 24, I went and met with Annie. We sat down and had dinner, and we talked about broad spectrum, and you'll hear a little bit more about that. And we started with that in collagen, and so just hearing kind of what my needs were, she pointed me in the right direction, and that's what a good friend would do. And I love her and I trust her. And so with this, no matter who invited you to this call, or maybe you're listening to the recording later on, that person who invited you really does care. And I know it takes a lot to raise your hand and say you need help. But if I can do it, you can do it. And I'm so glad I did, because I was able to rest, just like Lindsey said, for the first time. And I'm like, I go, 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 go. Well, then what do I have left to give? Nothing. And so when you're giving, and you're going all the time and your to-do list is 100 different things, you need to be able to rest and sleep. And, we're never going to not have stress in our life, but how about we are able to, handle things that come our way? And instead of getting angry and lashing out at people, and that's not me, I don't do that anymore. But I did that, and I had to apologize to a lot of people because I want to say, I'm sorry for what I said before I was using CBD. It's like, I really mean that. And for me, I'll be 57 years old. I promise you, I feel better than I ever have. I still work out, consistently 6 out of 7 days a week. I truly believe that the CBD and the things that I've added, because of Green Compass, not only the community, but the friendships and a company that you can trust with the ingredients, the efficacy of the ingredients, the way they're farmed. They have a QR code on each product that you can scan, and it takes you exactly, tells you exactly, when it was farmed, manufactured, and it's third-party testing. And so if you want to go to that information, Lindsey, I kind of like transitioned into that. But you can see where it's third party tested with full transparency. So I know a lot of times maybe we think, I don't really care what's in things that I'm eating or what I'm consuming. But the older I have gotten, the more I do care about that. And if I'm using CBD specifically for my internal health, that's going to help from the head to the toe, I do want to trust the company that I'm using it, that I'm trusting to put that in my body. So you can see that it's USDA certified organic hemp. Lindsay talked about that. And if you're getting it, you might go, well, I could probably get CBD like on Amazon, or I can like get it. Trust and believe it is for sure not the same quality as what Green Compass is going to give you. And so I hope that you give this a chance because it will totally transform your health and your life. Now, my mom, who's 81 years old, is using it. My twin sister, my husband, my sister's husband has neuropathy in his feet, and he has used the pain cream on his feet. The first night he used it, he's been in pain for 10 years. He came to my sister. I sent her a little pain cream sample, and he decided to put on his feet. He went to her and he said, "What is this hippie cream that you just gave me?" And my sister goes, "Well, it's Green Compass. It's a pain cream." He goes, "We got to get a big thing of that because I haven't been in pain this whole night. I was able to sleep, and it's been 10 years since he's been in pain." And so all of that to say, I hope you just give it a chance. The person that invited you to this call can figure out what is best to meet you where your needs are with the health things that you're dealing with, and we can point you in the right direction. But I can tell you that for me, I'm so glad that I said yes because I'm a nicer, kinder human. And if I don't, my husband will sometimes hand me my CBD, my broad spectrum CBD, and he'll say, "I'm going to need for you to make sure you take this. Have you taken this?" And usually I'll take it. You can take it any time of the day, but I have a certain time that I like to take things. And he's like, "I'm going to need you to take it early because I am a different person. I'm a nicer, kinder human. It's just all good." So I hope you give it a chance. We think about the things that you're dealing with in your life right now. There's a lot of stressors. Maybe you think you can handle it. I got this, right? I can handle this. And you maybe can handle it, but I promise you it's okay to raise your hand and say, "I do need some extra help," because you can't replace your endocannabinoid system, but CBD can help you.
I love that. I love hearing your story, and that is mind blowing about your brother-in-law and the pain cream. I love the pain cream. I use it for headaches, like dab it around here, the back of my neck. My kids use it for growing pains. I love it, but I had that is such a powerful story that he's been in pain for 10 years and used it.
Yes.
I like that he called it hippie cream.
Hippie cream. He still calls it that. Nope, we can't be without my hippie cream. Well, you're on auto delivery. They get, replenished. So he has to make sure he has one in the car, one in the. So anyways, it is funny, but it is what a blessing to be able to say you're out of pain because there's nothing worse than being in pain. So.
Absolutely. Awesome. Thank you, Amy. So just to touch on a couple other things that set Green Compass apart, you guys, I want to just say when Amy was like, well, you could get it from Amazon, you could get it from wherever. Why would you choose Green Compass when you can get it somewhere else? And you can get it somewhere else probably cheaper. Let's just say that because you're always going to pay for what you get, right? You're always going to get what you pay for. I mean, so most hemp in the US is imported, and ours is from the USA. It is from North Carolina. We have a farm in Wilmington. It is hand picked by the farmers, hand harvested. We only use the flower part of the plant. We don't use the stems, the seeds, the leaves, because with that gives a higher quantity, but a lower quality. We are all about a higher quality, even if it's a lower quantity. And they use the other things for the other textiles and things that we talked about how hemp can be used. Hemp is a mop crop. So why is this important? Because if you didn't know this, hemp is used in China and overseas to help to reduce the pollution because what it does is it actually absorbs things in the air and impurities in the soil and it draws pollutants out. So think about the CBDs that are everywhere that are not regulated And some people will take them and even say, I didn't even feel good taking that. Because if it's from overseas or if it's from anywhere that's not organic, you have no idea what it's absorbed and what is now in your body. So you really need to make sure that what you're using is quality. Am I cutting out?
No.
No? Okay. I was looking choppy there for a minute. So we use CO2 extraction versus heavy solvents. A lot of places will use heavy solvents to extract it, where we use CO2 extraction. We also have nanotechnology in the jellies. So we have different delivery systems. You can use a jelly like a vitamin. You can use an oil like it's a tincture. You put it under your tongue, absorbs for 60 seconds and swallow, or we have topicals. Our jellies are nanotechnology, which means they have used, and we're the only company that I know of that have done this, used sound and pressure to shrink the molecules so that they absorb more readily and that the product has a higher efficacy. And these are what I used is there's broad spectrum or full spectrum jellies. And that is why that first night I couldn't believe that I actually felt a difference because there's a higher efficacy for the higher absorption and the higher quality of the product. We're vertically integrated. So from seed to sale, we have our hands in it and it is third party tested, but we plant it, we harvest it, we pick it, we make it, it's tested, it's back in our hands, we're shipping it. Everything is done through us. Trying to move forward, but my computer's being weird. Oh no, go back. There we go. So there is literally something for everyone. We have broad and full spectrum CBD options. I've already talked about the delivery methods. The broad spectrum means there's no traces of THC. Zero, none. It's CBD, and that's all, and that's what you're getting. With full spectrum CBD, there is a 0.3% THC. So why would somebody want the 0.3% THC? Remember how I said when you combine more than one cannabinoid, it could give you a little bit higher of that like entourage effect that helps you to feel a little bit more. With the full spectrum, I always recommend people starting with a quarter or a half of one just to let yourself see like I don't feel anything with it, or I do. I am not a THC user. So for me, when I first got the full spectrum and I took a half of one, I could feel it. But who knows if that was in my head or if I actually could. I can now take a full one, but I only take them at night to go to sleep still. On occasion, I'll take them on a really stressful day if I know I need to. But broad spectrum works just as good as full spectrum. It's just your preference. I do think if people have higher anxiety and higher stress, then the full spectrum paired with our CBDA is key. CBDA is like an antidepressant and anti-anxiety. It also mimics an ibuprofen. It helps with nerve pain. And when you take that, it works on the one side of the receptors in the body. CBD works on the other. So when you take both of those together, that is when you're going to get the most powerful benefits that you can. And they recommend doing that with full spectrum only because then you're getting more cannabinoids. But can you do it with broad spectrum and have great success too? Absolutely, yes. Our collagen is infused with CBG, which is amazing. That's the mother of all cannabinoids. CBG is going to help with gut health. It actually helps with destructive cells in the body as well as CBDA. So it's going to help with making sure that your body is a space and an environment where it's thriving with healthier cells opposed to the opposite. I love our collagen. It's actually delicious. I love the chocolate. We also have lemon lime. And we also have I still believe we have the
Flavorless. Yeah.
flavorless. Yes. They come in packets. You can get them in a bag. Super convenient, easy. You just want to use a little hand mixer, but I love those. Our topicals, we have the pain cream, which is amazing. You've already heard about that. And we have CBG skin serum as well, which a lot of us, for me, for a long time, I only use the CBG skin serum on my face, and it's going to help with everything because CBG is going in. So CBG is even in our reduced pain cream because it goes in and it helps below the surface. It's not just helping with the symptom, it's helping with the cause, the whole thing as well. We also have functional mushrooms for those of you that are interested in things for brain fog, for immunity boost, for energy. These are are also non-psychedelic. I do get that question often. These are functional mushrooms, so lion's mane, chaga, turkey tail, reishi. We then also, for some people that want a THC beverage or jelly, we do have our six series. Yes, right over there. I actually love a six every now and again, but I can only do half. But the six, Amy has them right there. They're so cute, but they're really, really delicious. They have 4 grams. We have 4 grams, we have a 5 gram, and we have a 10, I'm sorry, milligrams. Um, all of them come with 8 grams of CBG, so we call them garden giggles. You have the CBG mixed with the THC that really just gives you this uplifting garden giggle feeling. It helps to take the edge off, and it's a really great alcohol replacement for those that I know want to spice up a little mocktail or something, but they want to stay away from alcohol. We also have these little snaps that have the same 4 milligrams of THC and 4 milligrams of CBG in them, and you can just bend them and you squeeze these few little drops of liquid into any drink, Diet Coke, whatever you want. Drink it, and it has that same kind of effect. So we have so many options. We have something for everyone. We have something for kids. We have something for people of all ages, for animals. We have pet CBD. It's helped so much with my dog and my dog that had passed away a few years ago. It really gave her so much peace, and I really do believe it gave her extra time here with us. We have one other thing that is something for everyone that I'm just going to mention. We have a new affiliate opportunity coming August 1st. So super excited for that. People who love Green Compass and just want to share it like we do as well, you can actually join us August 1st, free enrollment, no monthly fees to be an affiliate and to help, or an advocate, whichever they're calling it, and to help share and earn a commission off of the products you love as well, which is always really nice. We get 20% off our products, and we also get a 20% commission on our own purchases, which is exciting. We do, because that's changing on August 1st, I just want to put this little plug in that right now we have a few bundles that are massively discounted, like 50 to 60%, that will be going away as of 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time on July 31st. These bundles are discounted heavily, and those are for enrolling as an advocate. Those will disappear July 31st. So if you're like, man, I love all of this and I just want to see what comes in those bundles and what the discount looks like, feel free to ask the person who invited you here. It's also Customer Appreciation Week, so you'll also get a free gift with purchase this week as well. So there's just so much goodness and excitement, and we hope that you felt a tap in some way today, in a way that was positive, of a way that it can help you or someone that you love, bring you to a place of, feeling comfort and peace, and whatever it is that made you even say, hey, maybe I need to know about that tonight. We're here to answer any questions, and we're going to do a giveaway.
Okay. Is there anyone that is in here that is not a current advocate, or are we all advocates, or were you invited? If you can, I don't know if you can see the chat. Can you put that in the chat? Because if we're all advocates, I'll still do a giveaway. Why not? Why not? Everybody loves free stuff. Who doesn't love a giveaway?
Right.
So let's see. Anyone? I don't see
I
it.
was invited,
You were,
Oh, yay,
Becky.
Becky.
but I'm trying to figure out how to make my iPad work.
Okay. No, it's okay, Becky. It's okay. Do you know who invited you?
Laura.
Okay.
Hi, Laura.
Hey.
I see you.
Hi.
All right.
You see me? Yes,
Oh, now I
hello.
see you.
There's Laura.
Hey. Hi, Becky.
Hey, Laura.
All right. Miss Becky, let's spin the wheel. Becky, let's see. Becky's the only one on the wheel. Becky.
Oh.
Becky, you are the winner. I know you're shocked.
I am.
So, Becky, if you can message Laura, and then Laura, are you in touch? My messenger is currently not working. So if you are in touch with Lindsay, if Lindsay can get Becky's address, we'll get her gift in the mail.
Okay.
If that was not too confusing.
Yes.
So
Perfect.
That's
awesome.
perfect.
And then I
Congratulations,
think
Becky.
what we'll do
Oh,
is
thank you.
we can post the recording in the page and give 24 hours for anyone who watches the recording. And we'll have to just do the trust, right? Trust that people
Yeah.
are really watching it, and maybe we can do one more giveaway off the recording.
I love that idea. Let's definitely do that. And for those of you that are currently on the live, and then we'll post the recording in the group. Stay in the group. We've got a few other things that we're going to talk about. We may even do another giveaway because that's who we are. And we've got some other things that we're going to share, some different ways that different products that we kind of talked about. We're going to talk a little bit more just so you guys can kind of see what it is. And you can always reach out to the person that added you to the group as well. But that way, at least you can kind of see some more things. But we've got a lot more fun coming. So hopefully you learned, and these calls are always good. And I hope that our testimonies helped you. And if you want to ask questions, make sure you reach out to any of us, especially the person that added you, and any of us will be glad to help you out.
Yes, I love it. All right. Thanks for joining, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Good night.